What's going on, Set Apart Gardens family? How y'all doing, man? I'm just coming at y'all with a quick video, man. I always say that and it be a little long sometimes, but forgive me. You know what I mean? We just vibing, you know what I mean? But anyways, I got a word of the day for y'all, but also I just want to give y'all a little update on what's going on the homestead. So I'm gonna take y'all around, show y'all what's going on. As y'all can see, banana trees, the trees is treeing. You feel me? They, you know what I mean? That green coming out. You know, we still not quite in spring yet, but man, look at that. It's beautiful. Then I already showed y'all my raised beds after I built them. So yeah, there they go right there. We still got to fill them. And I'm thinking about even putting them on the side of my house right here. I don't know if y'all can see that little area. Putting them right there. Hold on, let me take this out of my ear. Putting it over here along this wall. You know what I mean? And putting some more, building a bigger raised bed over there, like an L-shaped raised bed. That's what I'm thinking about doing. That's what my wife want to do. So that way we can have stuff growing along the house as well. I don't know if y'all can see that. Hold on. I'm gonna just turn the camera around because my camera be acting crazy sometimes, y'all. But there we go. Don't mind this little fuzzy ball right here. This is my little audio thing. It broke, so I gotta get a new one. So I just rigged it up. But anyways, putting some raised beds, you know, along, you know, this little area right here. I think that'll make it much prettier. And you know, it'll be close to the house, growing different things and everything like that. But here we have our pear tree that I just put in the ground not too long ago. And as you can see, it is doing pretty good. And one thing I really want to contribute to why it's doing so good, what I would think that is contributing to why it's doing so good is because before I put it down, right, my rooster died. I had to lay him down, you know what I mean, because he got aggressive with my children. That's a whole nother story for a whole nother day. But anyways, I buried him right under that tree and I put it down in the ground so that way, you know, the life of my rooster, or the body of my rooster rather, as it's decomposing his feet in that tree. You know what I mean? It's the circle of life. But I do want to show y'all a little update we got. Hopefully she's over here. Hold on, let me show y'all. We got some new life on the farm. I don't know if y'all can see the baby right there. Hold on, let me take it closer. Y'all can see my little ewe. Look at her, y'all. Look at her. Look at her. Now, funny story about her. Well, her mother, rather. Her mother is the one-eared sheep. The one that got attacked by those pit bulls. The video, I put it right here. But the one that got attacked by those pit bulls, and I'm actually about to move them. I'm gonna show y'all. I mean, y'all saw me do it, but I'm gonna just show y'all the area where I'm about to move them to. But anyways, the mother, she is the one that got attacked by those pit bulls, so she has one ear. She was the one who I thought, you know, I thought she wasn't gonna make it after that attack. Y'all seen the video, man. It's pretty bad. I had to put those dogs down, you know what I mean? But she is thriving, and she is one of my original lambs, sheep that I ever got. She was the daughter of the two, so I got 3 sheep total the first time when I first got sheep. And she was the daughter, and I bought the mother and the father, so I bought them in a set of 3. So she's the OG at the Sap Gardens Homestead. So she's the original. She's the only one I have left of the originals. Her mother passed away. That was the one that I thought she was pregnant, but she ended up having bloat. And you know, I had to go ahead and do what I had to do to her. And the father, that was my original ram. Man, I still ain't got another ram like him, man. He was huge, man. But you know, of course, I butchered him a while ago. But as y'all can see, I got my gate put up. Only thing left I got to do is the fencing, and then put a little structure. I'm gonna make that into a structure for the sheep. I'm gonna make that into like a little structure that they can go in, but I'm gonna also build another one so they can have 2. And then I'm gonna reinforce that one. I'm gonna fix that one up because that one was really just a temporary, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna do something better over here for them. So to the point to where when the mothers are giving birth and stuff like that, they'll have a place to go with the babies and everything. But yeah, so that's the update on that, man. Oh yeah, another thing, man. My chickens been going missing, y'all. My chickens have been going missing. I'm not sure what's getting them, but whatever was getting to them was getting them, man. I only got one laying hen left. So I gotta buy some more, and I gotta reinforce my chicken coop because whatever was getting in there through the roof. I don't know if it was a hawk, if it was a raccoon, but I don't think it was a raccoon, because if it was a raccoon, because I found one of the dead chickens in the chicken coop, and I didn't see any, you know, because usually a raccoon, they'll rip the head off and they'll eat the head, and they'll, you know, just kind of kill them like that. So I don't know what it was, man. I don't know if it's a snake. I hope it wasn't a snake. But you know, bottom line, something was getting to my chickens. So I gotta buy some more laying hens, and I gotta reinforce my chicken coop. Also, I'm gonna show y'all what I'm doing in here for my dogs. You know, cause Luna is pregnant again. So don't mind the mess. I am just doing some demolition today, because I'm gonna transform all this into a dog kennel. I'm gonna make some dog kennels in there, and a maternity area or whelping area for when Luna has puppies, and when I, you know, have more litters in the future. I'm about to get another female soon. I might just keep a female from this next litter right here, and then just breed her back to one of the males from the previous litter that my family member has. But you know, we'll cross that road when we get there. But that's the update, man. But word of the day, man, is trust the Father's timing. Trust Yah's timing. Trust God's timing. Whatever you call the Father, whether you call him by his real Hebrew name, Yahuwah, Yahweh, Yah, whether you just say God, trust his timing, right? Because this is the thing, man. We don't want to rush anything. We want to be in alignment with him. We want to be in alignment with his timing, because when we try to rush the Most High, hold on, let me sit down in my rocking chair. Let me see. Yeah, that's a little better. When we try to rush the Most High, right, we just end up getting ahead of ourselves, right? And we end up having to go back and redo whatever it is that we had to do all over again, man. Don't try to rush the process on anything. Don't try to rush the process on, you know, trying to make millions of dollars and trying to get rich super quick, or chasing these worldly ambitions and all these different things. Like, see, I could have, I could have artificially inseminated my sheep, right? I could have done that. But at the same time, I know that's not of Yah's will. I know Yah's will is to let nature do its thing. So instead of doing that, you know, because I want to get a higher yield, no, I'm going to just let Yah provide the increase. And as you see, that's new life right there. You can't control when life is going to be born. You can't control when the Most High is going to take a life. But what you can do is make sure you're in alignment with him, with the Father's time, right? And also being in alignment with nature, with the seasons. Make sure you're in alignment. When it's time to sow, it's time to sow. When it's time to prep, it's time to prep. When it's time to reap, it's time to reap. You can't change the season based off of what you want it to be. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's where a lot of us, kind of including myself, that's where I went wrong a lot of the times, because I was trying to make seasons, or I was trying to make a season fit that it wasn't time for it. Well, I was trying to harvest when it was time to be sowing it and preparing and tilling. And this is just speaking figuratively. This ain't literal. But where I was trying to, you know what I mean, put things in the ground where it was time to let things just rest. I was trying to sow. You see what I'm saying? And what you're gonna realize is that it's the Most High who gives the increase. And when you're not in alignment with him, with his time, with his ways, with his seasons, then you're not going to be successful in it, right? So, you know, that's just the word of the day. As, hold on, somebody calling me. I don't know who that is. I think that's a telemarketer. But, you know, that just came to me, man. You know, we can't rush stuff, and we can't make things be what we want them to be, right? Because, you know, we are not the creator. We are not the Most High. We can't make things, we have to fall in line, right? And those who try to be gods over their own lives, that's who you see, they have no peace, right? Because there's no peace in that. There's no peace in making yourself your own God, right? Now, I'm not saying that there aren't things that you could control in your realm. That's absolutely not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is, when you're trying to play God, you know, in your life, like, you have all the control. You have no control whether you live or die, whether you wake up tomorrow or not. You have no control over that whatsoever. If the Most High chooses to take your breath right now, he can do that, right? No matter how many miles you ran yesterday, no matter how much sea moss you ate, no matter how much supplements you took, no matter if the doctor said, yo, your body is perfect, in perfect condition, the Most High can still snatch your life, just like that, right? The higher power, God, whatever you know, subscribe to, but I'm speaking in terms of what I believe the Most High, Yah. But he could take your life at any time, man. And he can not even just your life, he could take possessions. He can take you know, just anything that you own. He could take a spouse, he could take a child, he could take whatever from you at any time, or he can give that to you at any time. He can produce new life at any time, right? You got all these people that they're trying to play God, where they're going to these doctors, and again, this is no slander, but I'm just making a point. They're going to these doctors and they're getting, you know, they're getting artificially pregnant, or whatever the case may be, where they're going to the sperm bank and taking sperm from somebody that they don't even know, and they're putting it in, and they done froze their eggs, and they doing all this type of stuff, when that's not the will of the Most High. I'm sorry, you know, you going and looking at a catalog, oh, well, this guy has brown eyes, well, this guy, he's 6 foot tall, and he's 6'5", and this and that, but you don't even know what soul you don't know what kind of soul this person have. You don't know what kind of spirit they operate out of. You don't know why. You just don't know these things. But being that you're playing God in your life, and you're trying to bring life in this world according to your plan and not his plan, then ultimately things are going to fail. Now, I'm not saying that the pregnancy won't be successful and the birth won't be successful, but at the same time, now you have given birth to a child, half of his DNA or her DNA, you don't know anything about that side. You don't know what kind of traits or characteristics come with that. You see what I'm saying? So I'm just saying all this to make a point, man. Don't try to get ahead of the Father. Don't try to rush his time. Don't try to rush his will. Just wait. And waiting doesn't mean just sitting still in expectation, but waiting means serving while you wait. Like a waiter serves, that's what you're supposed to be doing with the Most High. And if you're doing his will, you need to wait on him. You need to wait on Yah, and he's going to bring the increase. He's going to change the seasons. He's going to, you know, make the alignments and the times, and just give the increase, and let you know when it's time to reap, when it's time to harvest, and all of these different things. But you can't rush it, man. And that's just a word for myself, you know what I mean? Like I said on the last video, man, when I'm talking, I'm mainly talking to myself. But I know you guys, you know, hopefully the message registers with y'all as well. But, you know, there's been seasons in my life where I was trying to, me, in my own will, was trying to make things happen. And that caused me to take further steps back. Where I thought I was taking 2 steps forward, I end up getting catapulted back. And now I'm starting at a deficit. I'm starting at a deficit now, when I was right there, and all I had to do was wait. All I had to do was let the Most High do what he was going to do, and I literally could have just stepped into it. But I was trying in my own will, right? And now I'm all the way back here, right? That's just like, okay, I gave you an example. You know, in school, right? You know, you got the lunch line, or whatever the case may be. You know, let's say, you know, all right, I give you a perfect example. My last name is Wilson. Starts with the letter W. Usually how they used to do is they'll put you by your last name. So I used to be in the back of the line all the time, right? And let's say you hungry one day, man, and you in the lunch line, they put you in the back of the line because your last name starts with a W. Let's say you want to go skip, right? When, okay, at the point you was in, you wasn't all the way at the back, but you was kind of like, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 people from the back. So you still, I mean, you still wasn't all the way at the back. But now you trying to skip to the front. You get caught. What the teacher gonna make you do? Go to the end. Now, where you was at, you would have got fed first. You would have got fed sooner. But now you got to go all the way to the back behind Z, behind the last person, right? And so now it's gonna take even longer for you to eat because you tried to get ahead of yourself. And that's just an example, but that's what happens with us spiritually as well. That's what happens with seasons in our lives where we're trying to make things happen that it's not the time for it to happen, right? You know, in the wintertime, it's not time to plant okra and tomatoes and watermelon. It's not time to do that. It's not. But when spring come around, that's when you can start sowing it, and it's gonna thrive. That's when it's gonna thrive. So don't try to get ahead of the Most High. You know, just go in alignment with what His will and His way is, man, and you won't fail. And if you do end up trying to get ahead of yourself, then unfortunately you're gonna have to learn that lesson. Like I've had to learn it, like many other people have had to learn it. That's why, you know, the older you get, the older people get, you notice they no longer are rushing. They're no longer driving fast, trying to get somewhere real quick. They're no longer just anxious to get here and do that and hurry up. No, they taking their time. That's why us who are younger, when we so anxious to get somewhere and we rushing, we get behind the person that's taking their time and we cussing them out. We honking our horn, beep, beep, beep. And then you drive around them and look at them and you see it's an old woman. And now you feeling bad. But that old woman, she knows she gonna get there when she get there, right? She knows she gonna get there and everything is gonna be there. Everything gonna be all right. But the older you get, the more you realize that. The more lessons that you've had to learn and go through, the more you'll understand that that you can't get ahead of the Most High. You can't rush things. When it's time, and you're gonna know when it's time. But when it's not time, wait, serve. Put your mind on something that is productive in that season and in that time, right? So that's it, y'all. I'm gonna go back in the house. I just want to bring y'all that word today, give y'all that update, man. Let me know what you think in the comments, man. I appreciate y'all. Hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. Join the Set Apart Gardens family. And like I always like to say, I'm trying to get this light right. Like I always like to say, you get somebody the power to feed you, give them the power to start you. Peace.